Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How is everyone? Welcome to In the Drops. We are the #1 weekly esports virtual cycling podcast on YouTube. My name is Nathan Krake. I'm joined by my co-host, Rob Zwifter Bane. We discuss indoor cycling, racing, workouts, all that kind of stuff. We check out current news, events, strategies, rumors, and we give advice to new and expert riders alike. So if you're around, jump in the chat. Cy Bradley has just joined us. Hi Cy, how are you? Jump in the chat, say hello, join the conversation. In this week's show, Rob returns, which is awesome. So good to see you again, Rob. I'll need to get your thoughts on my ZRL routes that I created and I've submitted to WTRL. We're going to chat about some new features, which I know you love new features on Zwift, Rob. So we're going to have a look into a couple of those. We are going to check out the Iceni Women's Racing Series. There's been a MyWhoosh update. Apparently it's amazing. So we're going to have a quick look at that. And a few other things. So first things first, though, Rob, welcome back. How are you feeling? You look refreshed. You looked energized.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, I'm old. I'm getting old, man. I really want to get my fitness back. I'm like, I know what I need to do. I need to do double races. I need to do running. I need to do my exercises. And my body's just like, no, you're too old. It just keeps breaking. I'm only older than when I used to do it. Come on, body. I've got the enthusiasm. I've got the dedication. I've got the energy. And my stupid body keeps breaking down. I was like, my foot's really sore. And you really need your foot for biking. It's like,
yeah,
really
apparently.
Important.
So, do you think like doing more racing is the way through this?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, just keep
more
racing.
Racing is always the answer. I can't imagine what I don't know what's the alternative. Rest? No.
Yes.
More races. I think it's just the running. I think I'm blaming it all on the running.
Yeah, I was going to say the running's a bit.
Double races have been fine, but it's like bang, bang, bang.
Too
bang,
much
bang,
racing.
Isn't it? Just.
Who's in the chat
I'm
there?
not even running very fast.
Niall, Holly, hello. Dave is there.
Ooh.
Arctic Zwifter.
It's all the MyWhoosh crew. It's all the MyWhoosh crew.
They're all jumping in. Jess has just joined us. G'day. Hello. Big show. So let's get into it, buddy. So I was just saying before, you love a good feature. And Zwift have an awesome
Zwift are always releasing good stuff. We always say that, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We just every day.
I do.
We're always saying it. Really thoughtful updates. Tell us about this one. What do you know?
Well, they've released something which I've been wanting for a long time.
Yes.
Which is a user block feature.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things I hate most about Zwift is when you're on a group ride. I very rarely do group rides now because of the nonsense that people spout in chat. You know, especially like sexist comments.
Yeah, okay.
And just horrible comments about the police. And it was on the last one I had. It was horrible, and there was a policeman there, and they were doing all the derogatory words about police.
Really? So they're just bashing
this
the police.
guy's trying to have a ride. Yeah. So just any of that rubbish. So I've always wanted to block, there's only about 10 Zwifters that I'd really like to block their chat from. Although there's 2 more from today. And so they've released this block user feature. Yep. But it's like they've released a car, and they've called it a car anyway. But it's got wheels and seats, and so you go and sit in it, and like you try and turn it on. It's like, what? And there's like, oh, it hasn't got an engine because it's like missing the key thing that you need from a block user thing. It doesn't block the chat.
All right, well, tell us.
What else?
Hang on.
What do you use it for?
Hold on. Tell us what it does do first.
Oh, I don't know. You can't view details of their profile. You can't send them messages.
Profile.
So I suppose if you're haranguing someone, you can stop that.
Yep.
But assumably there's been ways to stop that anyway. You just email support, show them the messages, and they'll ban them. But, or something like that. But so you can't do that. But I've never had that. I don't know. Maybe some people do. I suppose, especially I bet women do suffer from that quite a bit. So I bet it might be useful from that perspective.
Yep.
But it hasn't got the block chat feature that every other block on all other social media and whatever features have. You don't want to see the crap coming out of the
so we're talking about
mouth
Zwift,
via their fingers.
Zwift clubs. So if you're in a Zwift club, you can't block the chat there, can you?
No, of course. Yeah,
and if you're in game, you can't block the chat there either.
Yeah.
So
what?
It doesn't.
That's the whole point of a block. I hate this release. It's because I was like, yes, it's there at last. Lots of people complain about it, and it doesn't have the engine. It doesn't do the thing that a block is meant to do.
Doesn't do the thing that it should be doing.
It's got seats and wheels, and you've called it a car.
Yeah,
it's even though it doesn't have an engine. Anyway,
Josh has just asked, well, who can you block? Yeah, he said you can block profiles, so you can stop someone from seeing your profile, and then, so therefore they can't see your activities, which means they can't go in and message you on your different activities. But yeah, they can. If you're in a club, they can still chat, and you can see everything they say. And then if you're in game and you're riding around on the same map, you can see everything they say in the game as well. So it's not really a block. So I think Zwift need to go back to the drawing board on that one.
Yeah, rubbish.
Yep.
Sort out Zwift.
Yep. Sort out Zwift. Get it sorted. Transition.
I love the transitions.
Hey, Zwift have announced their what do you call it? The Zwift climbing portal has some new routes coming up for September. You're a big fan of the Zwift climbing portal, aren't you, mate?
I did quite like it when I did it once, but not enough to do it twice.
Just the once. Do you remember which route you did?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
The one that goes up?
A long time ago. Yeah.
A long time ago.
It's quite climby. Yeah.
Yep. So they're the routes that are coming out this month. So Cheddar Gorge is the first one there.
Yeah.
Yep. You've got to get on that. You're going
to give me to take the second one?
Yeah, you give it a shot. Yeah. How do you pronounce the second one?
Winnerdome. That's a really good one. It's in the Tour de France every now and then. I think it was in last year. It's like it's a weird sort of rock shape, and I think you go around it. It's quite exciting climb.
Yep. Got Old La Honda. We've got Col de Galibier and Le Super Planck des Belles something.
Le Super Planche de Belleville.
You say that
means
so well.
The mountain. Is it the mountain of beautiful fillies? I think, or is it women? I can't remember if it's women or fillies, but it's the same sort of thing. It's like it's either the mountain of beautiful women or the mountain of beautiful female horses. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. My French isn't that good.
Let's go with female horses.
Yeah, it's where Pog won the Tour de France a couple of years ago when he beat. I think it was when he beat Roglic.
Holly's saying it's water. Well, it is 6:08 a.m. here in Melbourne, so I don't know if I can go with anything else but water. But what happened? No, I get this thing where my throat gets croaky if I don't have some water while I'm talking. So I've got to have some water.
Yeah, that's weird, huh?
Yeah, right. How does that work?
Yeah.
Got your
I don't know why. Is it because you're talking a lot when we're on podcast?
Yeah, I don't shut up.
Or is it nerves? Or
is it everyone called Nathan that doesn't know how to be quiet? Maybe. You got your invisible water bottle there, I see. Yeah, no vodka.
Yeah.
Hey, got a question for you.
Oh.
So
just for me.
Just for you, specifically just for you.
Oh, I'm
because
excited.
I know how vocal you were about W2RL and the ZRL Racing League announcing a competition for people to submit rides for stage 6. And you went, that's bloody stupid. Nobody knows how to create a good racing route. Why would you bother? So I went ahead and created 2.
You're not an expert, are you?
No, exactly. Well, I kind of am. I'm a little bit. I'm still a bit expert.
Though afterwards, I went and did my own as well. but
you
I
did?
haven't saved it. So
Did you
but
submit
I
it?
lost it, I think, or something.
Oh.
No, because they hate me.
Well, I did submit mine under Sharon's name, so hopefully they won't
Did you
put two or two together. Even
try
though we
to
both
distance yourself from me?
and me too, because we've both been fairly vocal and critical of recent efforts. So, okay, I'm going to show you mine, and I want you to give me your honest opinion on what you think.
Okay, Nathan Krake.
All right.
Show me it.
Okay, so this
That
is
means nothing to me. I
I'm
need
about
the
to explain
profile.
to you. I'm about to explain it to you. Can I give you a profile? I didn't say the profile. I'll explain it to you. So it's just under 35. So there are two restrictions in the routes. They can't be over 35. They've got to be between 20 kilometers and 35 kilometers. And they can't be over 400 meters of elevation.
That's 3.
Well, one's a distance and one's an elevation, 2.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
So I was saying,
I hate myself at times. I'm such
Yep.
a horrible person.
No, you're not.
That was a horrible thing to say. I was only joking, by the way.
So we start here in this is Mercury Islands. So we start where that one is. And now this is an interesting thing too, because you're really restricted about where you can start these races. You got to obviously start in a pen, so you can't just start at any old place. But anyway, so we start in the islands there. We do a little bit of dirt stuff around 3 and 4, and then at 5 and 6 we go into Neokyo.
Does that involve the corky screw climb just before 4?
Yeah, it does. Just
Nice.
there. Yep. So just after 4, between 4
Oh,
and
do
5.
you go up into the cave? Is that the S-shaped thing? Is that in the cave?
No, I don't think it is. Oh no, I don't. No, I didn't think it was. I did want to try and clear it, but it's just too hard. And then we go through Neokyo, go through a little bit of twisty turny backstreet stuff in Neokyo, and then we go out of Neokyo, and then we go into the countryside, and then we go up to that mounty big tree hill thing around 12 and 13.
Oh, that.
Yep.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought you'd want to do that.
Yeah, well, no, I thought about that, and I thought, well, we're going to add in a little bit of spice here with the dirt stuff, and maybe introduce some suggestions about bike changes, because we haven't had those in a while.
Ooh.
And then we come out of that downhill, and we finish at the countryside sprint at 21. So what do you think of that?
Sprint to end on as well.
Yeah, isn't it? It's a nice little flat open area.
Where so it would be is it a points race or it's they're all scratch races, aren't
Scratch
they?
race, yeah.
Scratch races. Ooh, I would give that 8 out of 10. There you
8
go.
out of 10?
That's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, would you race that?
Yeah, I think so.
Would you be happy about racing that?
Yeah, I think so because you got a bit of time after the hill to catch back on, have you?
Correct. Yeah, you do. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's all downhill. So from the hill, it's all downhill to the finish.
Ooh. So yeah, so you could, so you can make a break for it, and it could work downhill.
Mm-hmm. So it's got something for the flat guys, especially at the start. They can look for breakaways. Then you got something for the climbers, and it's mixed up with the dirt. So
I tell you what, I'm gonna hover between 7 and 9, depending on what name you gave it.
What did I give it? I gave it something stupid. And I can't think of what I gave it now. Hang on 1 second. I'll see if I can find it really quickly. It was... What name would you give it? Because I know that you're going to give it a much better name than I would have.
Oh... Crake's Quake? Or
No, I didn't give it. I gave it something really stupid. That one's called Urban Utopia Unplugged. Now, to be fair...
Okay, 7 out of 10.
I went to Chat GPT and I put all the details in and said, give me some names, and that was like the best one I could think of.
Yeah, it's not as creative as humans.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Okay, so the one I did was around Glasgow. Oh, you've got more?
Yeah, I've got 2.
Okay.
Hang on, one very quickly. The second one. There we go. Okay. So here's the second one. This is Wantopia. So we start at the bottom of the grade. We go around the coast to the roundabout, in through the desert, out of the desert. We go over into Watopia. We do the hilly com, 4 and 5. Go back down around again.
Okay, yeah.
And then at 6, we do the Titans Grove reverse com and finish at the top of Titans Grove.
Oh, you can finish at the top of Titans Grove.
Well, that's what I've suggested, and there's a banner there, so that's what they said. So you got
Nathan,
all this flat stuff, So breakaways, groups, and then before the climbs, you've got two little climbs, and I think it equates to about 300 meters of climbing. So nothing too outrageous. So what do you think of that one? Oh, and that one's called, what stupid name did I get that one? I was going to give it something. Oh, the Broken Coaster.
Oh, that's nice. That's lovely. Oh, you put a bit of thought into that, did you?
Yep.
Or did ChatGPT come up with it?
No, I thought that one.
See, you're better than the computer, man. The age of the machine is not yet upon us. Humans still are in this ascendancy. I would give that a 9 out of 10. It is a bit too flat at the start, but I love the finish. I love the finish, and I love the hill. You know, it just all ramps up in the finish. You know, the heavy guys will be trying to pull away, and you know, there's team tactics. Hopefully, they're using the sensible point system that they had for the Summer of Champions thing. And I've got a little thing on my hat. Oh, sorry about that.
So what was yours? And, what did you come up with one?
Yeah, because I started with the name. Have you ever like wrote songs or done a poem or something like that?
Yeah.
And you start
with the name.
You start with a nice line or something. But I started with the name and then developed a route around it.
Right.
So
okay.
It was in Glasgow. So it was in Glasgow. I did straight out up to from the city pens, straight out up the gravel side of the Sker, down again. I think maybe back into the city, up the other side, and then back into the city, and it finishes on the champion sprint. And I called it Zwifties Maneuvers. So I called it Zwifties Maneuvers, and then I had to think of a route around it.
Why does that not surprise me? It's in Scotland and it's called a Zwifty Maneuvers. Or Zwifties, as in plural Zwifties, or Zwifty Maneuvers.
I couldn't decide whether it was. I think it was possessive, so the apostrophe.
Okay. Just kick my mic.
But nobody would know, would it? That it was about me. They would just think.
I think everyone knows it's about you.
So.
Todd says.
But I didn't submit it. But if someone else wants to,
well, it's too late. You missed the cutoff.
Oh, I have a. Oh, okay.
Yeah, 12th of August. So they're going to shortlist them and let us know what's what.
I hope there's no vote.
Todd Miller says, love the Segur, and I've just said, no one loves the Segur. It's the worst climb.
I want to do it this weekend.
Both side. Actually, I don't want the north side. Which is the short one? Which is the short one? The south side?
I can't remember. I think it is the south, yeah.
Yep. So, no one loves it. Except for Rob. Rob loves it. Okay. So Iceni Women's Series is coming up. Iceni. What am I saying? Iceni. Women's Series is coming up. That is starts next month in September. And I was having a look at the routes here. They actually look pretty good. So we've got the Castle Crit on the 7th. On the 14th.
I've never done the Castle Crit.
You haven't done it?
No.
I think you would like it.
Yeah, I like the sound of it. Just never happened.
Give it a shot.
Has it not been? It can't have been in Z Racing. Can't have been.
No, I don't think it has. Yeah.
Weird, isn't it? What a weird exclusion.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he like the Castle Crit? What is wrong with it, James Bailey? Come on, tell us the truth. Come on our show on a Friday evening instead of. I can't remember what he does. He doesn't want to come on our show because he does something Friday evenings. But
okay. Soup kitchen stuff.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Castle
I think
Crit.
he's just knackered after working.
Oh, okay. September 14th is Canopies and Coastlines. 21st is Coastal Crown Loop. And then September 28th is Loop the Loop. So they actually look really good.
Yeah, that's a kind of puncher series, isn't it?
Yep. And Damon from ZMS Esports Studio is going to be covering these. So I'll put a link to his YouTube channel in the description below. But if you haven't gone along to his channel, he, on his own bat, on his own coin, and on his own time, he puts together all these amazing productions and covers a lot of the Zwift racing series that are on. So Iceni's going to be one of them. He's been covering the Zwift Insiders Tiny Race series the last couple of weeks. We're going to be doing that again in about I know what time, about 24 hours time. So go along and check that out. In actual fact, Holly Bergen, who's in the chat there, is going to be joining me as well on that one.
Whoop, whoop.
But yeah, there we go. Hang on, what's going on?
I think Catherine Brown, who was going to be our guest tonight if she wanted to, but she didn't want to either. Yep. No one wants to talk to her. I think she won. I think that was the series that she won last year.
Oh, yes. Yep. Apparently it's it's really good. I'm looking forward to watching that. It's going to be great. I think we're going to get Emma Damon was telling me who it was, and I can't remember her name off the top of my head, so a couple of different people to try and come and commentate on that, which would be good fun. Now, hey, check this out. MyWhoosh have released a new update, and the stuff is better, especially the drafting.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of hoping that it would be that the worlds were going to be embarrassingly bad again, like they were on Zwift last year, but no, they seem to have sorted it all out, or at least most of it.
The race isn't over because of the lag. Heading up the hill here on a bit of fast fold. I'm doing a few little kicks there, and it is picking up pretty much straight away. They've changed the avatar positions.
So now, this is Josh Harris.
They need to fix, because whenever you're climbing in zone 2, your avatar
going through and checking this out.
Regardless of your cadence. So
I've jumped ahead a little bit here. And so I'll put a link to Josh's video of this, which is only posted 12 hours ago, in the description below if you want to go and watch the whole video. But the great thing is that it looks as if they've been able to fix a few of the niggly issues with the drafting.
When the road trends up.
Yeah, I mean, I think the main thing that people complained about is that
yo-yo effect.
Is that the yo-yo in? I think people assign that largely to the lag between putting the power down and it kind of registering in game. But that seems to have gone. Just seems like, same as Zwift now. Pretty much, you hit the pedals and you move forward. I think the volume is a bit loud on the video if we're going to speak.
There we go.
Should we just listen to Josh for a while? I'm sure he wouldn't mind. He's not going to copyright strike us, is he?
Watch the watts per kilogram of myself and Olaf here. Olaf's clearly a heavier rider than me. This is a bit weird, isn't it? But I just want you to see, I lose the draft here. Now, look how difficult it is for me to catch back that little gap that he's got. Look at my watts per kilo on the right versus his. Significantly more. I'm not making any ground up on him at a 6.6% gradient. Now, there is a rider there in the way that has given him draft and now me draft, which might impact it. But now we're back to that same position, still not catching any of that ground up at all, despite doing a lot more watts per kilogram. So I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure if it's a trend. I finally get onto his wheel here and sit in. So then I do another little test where I put the camera on him, and you can kind of see that same thing happening. Now I'm looking forward to racing over the weekend to see if this is common or what's happening. But now I'm about to chuck the camera onto him. Now his watts per kilo, they're equal greater raw watts. But look at this. He's got the gap. I'm out of the draft. Look how difficult it is for me to catch up to him. Now, still at 4.8%, and look how many watts per kilo I'm doing compared to him, and really not closing the gap. I'm a bit confused by this. You'd think that I'd catch that gap quicker than what I am. That's significant, that difference right there. You saw
unless the guy's like a quarter of a ton heavy. But I did send that to Cy Bradley, actually, and he said it all looks okay to him. And I mean, we should also say that Josh is very happy with the update.
Yep.
And when I watch Cy as well, it's like a different game. It's like a whole new thing that they've imported or released. The dynamics are just so much better. I think that yo-yo thing
fantastic.
just gone.
Yep.
And the smoothness of, I joked about it being like a sort of Lego man where you like move out and then move forward like that. Whereas that seems to have, there it does seem to be lanes still. Whereas in Zwift it feels a lot more analog about where you can be. Yeah. Whereas there does seem to be lanes which, it looks slightly clunky. But I tell you what, I really like the rider position thing. They haven't quite dialed it in perfectly, but I like the different positions and the move in between them as you do different like power levels. But Josh was saying it needs to be more to do with cadence as well, rather than just because anyway. Yeah.
Well, certainly some of the unofficial feedback that I've heard just around the traps is that it's almost impossible now to tell from a drafting perspective the differences between Zwift, MyWhoosh and Indevelo. So from someone that I know that was having a chat and who rides all three platforms frequently, that those differences seem to have been I guess not resolved, but they've been changed so that they really feel like they're all very, very similar now. So that's a good thing.
Much less, yeah.
Speaking of which, it looks like, I'm not sure, have we confirmed this yet, but we're going to have Cy Bradley and Matt Smithson on the show next week.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So from MyWhoosh.
Yeah. So I was looking forward to like, why does it look like Lego Men? But it doesn't anymore. They've solved it. So.
Yep. So
someone
size
just
in the chat.
throw you a crate. That sounded like someone just like throwing you a crate of beer or something
Hang on
across
a
the
second.
floor. Here you go, Nathan. Here's your crate of beer for the morning.
I've got my furry fan club bouncing around the floor here.
Oh, is that okay?
Two little bastards are just jumping around every time I come in the studio. Like they've got the whole house to sort of
children,
no rabbits. So they're jumping around the place, so digging into things, little shitheads.
Great.
Yeah, it is great. Yeah, so Si's in the chat. So if anyone has any questions about MyWhoosh, Si's actually in the chat.
Yeah, ask Si, not us. We don't know anything about it. Did I tell you I tried to do my challenge?
Yes. Yeah, which one?
Did you see? I tried to do my race on MyWhoosh today.
Oh no, I didn't. Hang on.
So I've been trying all week.
Yep.
And it's been a nightmare. I tried to download 3.8 and that didn't work. Tried down 3.7 didn't work. The HD version didn't work. Obviously, the full version, the small version didn't work. I was like, what the hell? And eventually, I downloaded it, and my download speed in my garage is atrocious because it's like through a TP link or something. I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
And so I have to wait an hour basically to download the game.
Yep.
And so eventually it got on. I was like, right, I'm going to do a race. I'm going to do my race on MyWhoosh like I promised the In the Drops people for my punishment. and Si doesn't like it that I call it a punishment because obviously it's his game and it's not a punishment to ride it. It should be fun. But there was only 3 people in it.
Okay.
And I realised I can't change my gears. I'm on the Zwift Hub 1 and there's no virtual shifting on MyWhoosh, so I can't do it. I'd have to put those, do you know those round spiky things all together in the thing. I'd have to put one of them on the back of my bike.
Yep.
Again, can't bother.
So tell me, hang on, let me get this straight. So you were going to race, and you're racing essentially in one gear.
Yeah.
Oh, now you got your 2 front gears. So the big ring.
Yeah,
you
but
could
that's
change between those.
the shifter isn't working. I haven't had it off for a year, partly because that isn't working. I'm like, I'm gonna have to deal with that.
Is it broken because of all the corrosion from the salt?
I have no idea. I would think so.
Yeah. Okay.
It just doesn't do anything. I mean, it might be really easy to fix it. I just haven't bothered. I paired my heart rate monitor, and then when I went into the race, it wasn't paired. And then when I started the race, these other 2, I don't know if they were robots or... Do they have robots in MyWhoosh?
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, they just didn't bother to race anyway. Oh, do you like my username?
I just saw that. How great is that? I can't zoom in. That's okay. There we go. Whooshy whoosher.
Yeah, of course.
Try saying that fast 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh, good work. I do like that.
So I've got the best username, and I would like to do it.
Yeah, I got the best username.
I think there were busier races at other times, but they didn't even bother racing, so I could have won it on one gear. But I didn't have my heart rate monitor connected, so maybe I did something wrong there, but I doubt it. I blame the game.
Oh, no, yeah, completely. You're Mr. Tech. You never have any problems.
So I couldn't do the challenge, and I can't do it realistically. So
yeah, okay. Well, you gave it a shot though. That's good. And plus, it was a bit of an
easier
easier
one from the week before.
Yeah.
So
which we'll cover when we get to the quiz and later on the show.
Yeah.
That reminds me. So a while back, we are going to have Matt Smithson on the show. I think about around episode 50.
Yeah.
And so you and I had spent a whole bunch of time, more time than I think we normally do, getting together information, and we we're going to have a really, professional show and ask some adult questions. And I put together an awesome quiz. So the quiz for next week is going to be outstanding, and it's really a Zwift versus MyWhoosh head-to-head battle. So that's going to be good.
Make sure they're all still up to date, I suppose.
I'll go through and double check it, but yeah, that just reminded me of that. Yeah. There you go. So everyone, quiz coming later in the show. Rob also had another challenge, which was to do a race without his fans on in the middle of the English summer over there. So we'll go and check that out a bit later. But it was hot though, yeah? Was it hot?
Damn hot.
It
was
hot.
Somewhere between like the Sahara and how I imagine hell to be.
Hang on. So I asked, did you win the race on a single gear?
I DNF'd. I bailed after one lap.
Okay.
Because I didn't have my heart rate monitor connected, and I wanted a proper race, so I did Zwift.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh, this is going to be a great show next week.
On Zwift, I got called a cheat. 2 people called me a cheat.
Oh, not again.
So that was no fun. And I lost. I only came 14th. People calling me a cheat.
Get the pitchforks. Get the torches. Yeah. Speaking of which, so how many times have you done Rooftop Rendezvous this week?
Only 6.
Only 6.
And that's with an injured foot as well.
Oh gosh.
One of them I didn't finish. I don't think so. Maybe 5. I think it.
Okay.
It was 5. I didn't finish because of my foot.
And have you won at all?
No.
Gosh.
I think I've got 2 seconds.
Is this? Hang on.
4.
Will this be the first time you've not won a Z Racing race?
No.
No. Like at all. Not just
after 101 weeks. There have been many weeks that I haven't won.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. There's not many, but
about
2, 30. About
1.
30 weeks I haven't won.
3.
No, it's about 30.
Okay. So what's the best you've done so far on the Rooftop one?
The best week? Oh,
no.
I think I got a second. A second. Did I? Let's have a look. Everybody wait for Rob as he looks his own stats up. It's only got 4 finishes actually. And I got a second. I'm just getting worse basically. I got a second, a 4th, another second, and then a 12th. Yeah. Oh, okay. And then I also have got a DNF as well.
Yeah, I got a 14th. I've not done it. I've done it once. I'm not going to do it again. It's not my kind of racing series this month. These longer climbs aren't helping me at all.
Oh, we've got a good one next week. Oh, is that a question? I'm not going to ask. I'm going to tell you.
Hang on, what's the question? There's no question. There's no
quiz
questions about
quiz?
that. No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's London Loop next week. One of my favourite ever events, which members of my Discord will know what happened on London Loop.
Who did you beat?
I beat. So it's got Box Hill.
Yep.
And I beat Thomas Sorensen. I dropped him on Box Hill. Thomas
just joined the chat and he's about to leave, I think. Hey, Thomas, how are you?
I always mention it's such a pathetic thing, isn't it? He's got to be. He's been in the Danish nationals. He's like, he's top racer in the world. We've
had a lot of fun.
Though,
I was going to say we've had a lot of fun watching Thomas in the Tiny Racing series. So he's been stomping in there. But we hopefully we're going to get a camera on him for this week. But The problem is it's so late for him that it's all quite difficult. So if we can, we will. But yeah,
I think he's going to be doing MyWhoosh this weekend.
Oh yeah. Speaking of MyWhoosh, just while we're finishing up on that topic, so shout out to Holly Bergen, who has made the British cycling squad for the 2024 UCI Esports
Whoop, whoop.
World Championship on MyWhoosh. So congratulations, belated clap. So we had Holly on the show a few weeks back. I think she's in the chat as well. And she's going to be joining me tomorrow or in 24 hours doing the commentary on the Tiny Race Series. But so she is going to be racing in that. And that's going to be a lot of fun. So we're probably hopefully going to be commentating on that. Maybe, hopefully, if Damon wants to have me on the show. But that's going to be pretty great. So
Yeah. I'll try and
Holly.
tune in.
And that starts in October, doesn't it? If Si can correct me there. I was looking at it just the other day, actually, and I'll see if I can bring it up. The UCI on MyWhoosh.
No, it's like maybe, yeah. The semi-finals are on September the 6th. He drilled that into us when we were watching his thingy. So that'll be very exciting.
Yep. So that's going to be great. Holly says September 6th. You are correct, Rob. So that is going to be great. And there's six. I was just saying before there are. Hang on, I'll bring up the official document thing. Where is it? Here we go. There we go.
Oh, look how grey my beard is. I am getting old. Bloody hell.
Mature. You're not getting old. You're mature. So that isn't the real Lou Bates, by the way. But Charlotte, Maria, Natalia,
What you mean?
Natalie, and Holly. There we go. Is in the women's.
What do you mean? It's not the real Lou Bates?
The real Lou Bates is Damon's wife.
What?
Damon's wife is also Lou Bates, and he calls her the real Lou Bates. There we go. Not the real Lou Bates. There we go. Yeah, sorry. There's Damon. He's just joined in. ZMS joke. Yeah. So the team's there.
I'm not in the ZMS in crowd. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're not one of the cool kids. Do yourself a favour, go and subscribe. You'll know about it.
I'm sorry to all these people, but I don't know who they are. I know Lou Bates. I know Charlotte Kolkoff.
Yeah. Holly.
Natalie Stevenson. Holly, obviously. Yeah. But I don't know the men. They just win races? I just don't know.
And I don't know
ring a bell at all.
Why there's only...
Thomas Perrin, maybe?
Holly, can you tell us why there's only 3 guys in the men's? Was that just... the only people they could find? Or?
Are you only allowed 8 in total or something like that?
I don't know, maybe.
Or is there something like if you qualify through... There's 2 routes to qualify, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You either get picked by the national team or you go... You can qualify individually. But I think if you qualify individually, then you take away one of your national squad's ability to pick, the extra ones.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So maybe... I don't know if it's 8 overall men and women or whether it's 8 overall per sex.
Right.
But so it might be that 3 Brits have qualified automatically. I don't know. Or maybe we're just too lazy. Maybe we just can't be bothered doing worlds. I don't know. It's like, can't bother.
We're definitely going to check it out.
All this
we're going to
biking nonsense.
Up to speed on this.
Well, Si can tell us next week, can't he?
Yes, I was going to say.
We don't want to...
Wait. Let's not ruin it. Let's get the info straight from the horse's mouth.
He'll have nothing to say.
Yeah. We've taken all these good talking points.
About his glory days again, when he was a world champion and mums used to love him.
That boxer shorts mishap.
Yeah. Oh, I do like that story. Can you tell it? Yeah, I want him to tell the story again.
Yeah, we'll have to dig that up. We'll do a little replay of it, and then we'll see what he says.
Yeah.
He's going to stay silent. Ginger Warrior's there. Hey, Ginger.
Yo.
No, he says no. Excellent. So, hey, that was really good. We've got through all that stuff. Did I have anything else I was going to talk about? I don't think so. No, it's all good. Hey, rate my ride. Do we have some? We've got some videos, yeah?
Oh, we've got Yeah, at least one more. Yeah, so because we haven't got a guest,
Mhm.
and we've already mentioned it, I don't want it to become the Thomas Torrance Son show. Oh, actually, I do. Let's call it Thomas Torrance show.
Thomas Sorensen Show.
So I asked for rate my ride videos.
Yep.
We have had people who've been on before, and also people who submitted quite late to the deadline. Like,
Yes.
I'm working, I can't. We need to put a little bit of prep in this. So
Can I just preface this? Yeah, I'll just preface this. So in our description of the video of this live feed, there's a link to our Discord channel. So if you go in there, if you're not already a member, go and join. There's some different segments there that you can go and submit your ride, quiz suggestions, guest suggestions, all these types of things. So if you've got any questions, continue the chat. So that's what we're talking about. If you've got a race or a ride that you want us to check out on the show, drop a link to it in there and we'll check it out. But obviously we can't do it last minute, which is what tends to happen sometimes. So, but yeah, go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, so Thomas kindly submitted a ride. You know, if you need, you know, he's so nice. Like, oh, if you need one, here we go.
Yeah.
And he does, you know, he's obviously a brilliant rider. And it's a bit hard for me to, you know, be too critical of someone who's like so much massively better than it.
Bash him.
Although I did beat him at Box Hill once, but it was a long time ago. And he had 5 kilograms extra weight, so for some reason. Anyway, yeah, so it's a Rooftop Rendezvous, and we should also say that he was with his teammate Lauritz Harilla, who is an awesome sprinter. So he's maybe trying to help him a bit as well. Maybe Thomas could add into the chat whether he was trying to help Lauritz or whether he was just purely going for his own. I should have asked him that really. But yeah, so it's four. If you're not aware of the route, it's 4 times up the rooftop KOM and then ending at the bottom of the descent. So yeah, let's spin up and go. And I thought I'd pause it here because one important thing to note is like Scott Mossop is one of my favourite riders. He says in Discord, he says he says get on Discord. Oh, this is Lee Cassidy giving him a wave. So Lee Cassidy gives Thomas a wave here. Now this is a really important bit of being a bike racer. If someone gives you a wave, you've got to give a wave back. And Thomas delivers. He gives the wave back. Boom. You're
correct
in.
etiquette, isn't it?
You've got to. Yeah. If you don't know how to wave, that's no excuse. You've got to learn how to wave. So Scott Mossop had said. You know, get on Discord. So that indicates that he's working as a team, and that is something that you should be aware of. Now, here we go on the first climb, and I think Thomas said in his comments, and so he does get a bit far forward. And a lot of these bits is just, you know, you come into the flat bit or the descent there, and because he's at the front, he's still pushing. Whereas if he was a bit further back, he could take a lot more rest. So it's a stepped climb, this rooftop KOM. You get a sharp bit, then a flat bit, sharp bit, flat bit, flat, you know, and so on and so forth. And at the flat bits, you want to be dropping back, barely using any, getting as much draft as possible. And then on the sharp bits, you can push up, follow any potential moves because you've got the momentum going forward, and you've got the slingshot effect as you come through the group. But it's just really, you want to be dropping back as you're on the flat bits so that you can see. You want to be gradually dropping back so you can minimize how much. Whereas, you know, he uses a lot. But I tell you what is you can be a bit shabby at the start of the race, especially if you've got, you know, what's to burn like Thomas has. It doesn't, you know, it's the least important time to be perfect is at the start of the race. You know, you can't get, as long as you're not dropped, you can waste a little bit of energy here and there. And, you know, so as is, you know, he's on this descent here. So he's on a descent and he's doing 6.6. I think, you know, and he's moving forward. Does he want to catch that group? Maybe. But, you know, is a group of 4. This is an absolutely stacked field. You've got Mossop, you've got Chihara, you've got I can't remember Thomas will tell me the name of the guy who did the breakaway. You've got Ifert, so you've got a few dragons in there. You know, it is absolutely stacked. You know, you've got 34. Is it? Let's say 34, 39. I can't see it quite. but you've got loads of people going over the top, and they're not going to get away. A group of 4, no matter who's in it, is not going to get away from 35 of the best racers on Zwift. It's just not going to happen. And you've got this little moment here. So this guy's going off the front potentially, and Thomas is tracking him down. Now, I think the best strategic thing would be just let him go.
Yep.
Let him go. Let him waste his. Let him get a gap. If he wants to, go for it. Let him get a gap. Let him believe that he can make it. There's no way he's going to make it.
No.
And then you can drop back,
drag
save
him back.
energy, but and let other people drag him back. So that's 2 people working on the front instead of you doing nothing compared to 1 person working on the front, possibly ruining their entire chances for the race. So you want him to ruin his chances, and you want to. And you want other people to use energy chasing him down, and we've got much the same on the second thing. He's a bit far forward, a bit too watchful, but he doesn't hit the front, so it's not none of it's terrible. Obviously, Thomas is a savvy racer, and he doesn't hit the front. He doesn't
this is all quality.
Front. Yeah, I was gonna say that I think he used it does go to some zeros, but there are some really sharp bits here where you can, stop pedaling altogether. But altogether, it's a good descent. But if you see yourself moving forward, I got dropped on the descent today, so I shouldn't be too critical. But I think it can. I think there's what's to be saved there. I mean, he would always say that he's a lighter rider and he falls off the back. But unless you've been dropped. I think, just pause a second. I think unless you've been dropped on a descent in the past, then you're probably wasting energy. You know what I mean? Like, if you're always staying on 100% of the time, then, you've probably got the balance wrong. What do you think?
Yeah. No, I think so. I think you're right.
Sorry, I've talked all the time. Do you want to say something?
That's okay.
I know I've looked at this in more detail. I've looked at this 2 or 3 times.
You've examined this quite closely. No, I think just on face value, Thomas is an awesome racer, and I think he was spot on. Yeah, he probably could have, as you say, he probably was a bit too far forward, maybe a little bit smidge, but it's all about the race and how it feels at the time you're doing it. So,
has he said whether he was racing? He was trying to help lower it or not?
I haven't seen anything. He hasn't said anything.
Oh, and it was Sherwin. So Sherwin was working with Mossop,
right?
Who's a fellow Cumbrian, by the way.
Yep. So what do you think for the other races in the or the other ones that other people that want to do this race? What's your number 1 takeaway tip on the Rooftop Rendezvous, having done it 6 times this week?
Oh wait, just pause it a bit then. If we're going off piste, what were you saying? So my number 1 takeaway. Oh, it's definitely that it's a stepped climb, and there's tons of energy to be saved by pushing it on the hard bits and then easing on the flat and descent and the flat of that climb. There's so much energy to be saved. It's unreal. Let's just, if I don't know, are you able to bring up Zwift Power from mine?
Yep. Just let me go to here. So Zwift Power.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can quickly do that while you're talking.
So if you look at the one that, so I came 4th, for instance, in one of the races. So I finished, with the front group. I'm too old to sprint, obviously, now. And I averaged 3.2 for the race. And the winner, Fezwheel, who's
Fezwheel,
yeah, he's quality.
Yeah.
But he spent I tried to do a couple of. That's even me doing a breakaway or 2. I tried to do a breakaway at the top of every. I think it was the last. I think it was maybe 2 or 3 of the comms. So I was even doing a breakaway, and I still came away with 3.2, and he did 3.9 because he was chasing me down. Not only was he chasing me down, and successfully so, but he. He wasn't, he wasn't as efficient on those things, and you could, so I haven't done it. I don't think I've done it at more than 3.2, and yet the winners are about 4.0, and I've been, pretty close. I've got 2 seconds and a 4th. I just haven't got that sprint. It should end at the top of the comp, for crying out loud. So if you look at the one that I came 4th.
Yep.
Yeah, so Fezwheel won. He's a great guy. No criticism, Fezwheel.
Oh no,
but
yep,
you know, he's about the same weight as me, I think, is he?
Oh, sure, why not?
And maybe a tide lighter even. But yeah, so he did 3.9, I did 3.2, and we finished within. Oh, it was 2 seconds, but I gave up because I tried to go long.
So what you're illustrating there is there's lots of power to be saved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's on the descents as well, but it's that approaching going from the back at each one of the little ramps, using the slingshot as you go up, so you can still mark moves. Because if someone goes up, someone goes off the front on one of those ramps, you can still follow them if you want to. Though most of the time it's not a good idea. But you've got that momentum, and then you can drop back through the pack, and that's a massive difference in life racing. If you tried to do that in real life, plowing through everyone as you're going up the hill, and then dropping back as you're on a descent, you'd kill people.
Yeah,
you'd be you're dead yourself if you tried to do that in real life. But in Zwift, it doesn't matter, does it? You just go through people and drift back through people.
Yeah, that's right. Just phase through people. So, what are you giving Thomas's ride then? Out of 10?
Well, it's about. You've been letting it play.
No.
We've missed half of it.
Just start again. No.
No, you haven't. We're right at the end.
Hang on. How far back do you want me to go?
Oh, a third.
About there?
Yeah. Okay. So final climb, final ascent.
Yep.
I have missed all the important bits, but never mind. Yeah. So he uses his feather at the right time, and this is the time where you kind of do need to mark moves because people are moving off the front, and this is where, as I said at the start, just as you can be a bit sloppy at the start, you cannot be sloppy at the finish. This is the time that you've got to be perfect, and he nails it. He nails the finish, and so this guy goes off front, and oh no, they're actually trying to chase someone down. They're trying to chase down Sherwin. So his teammate is ahead of him, is it? So Sherwin's way off the front. I think he's got like 10 seconds or something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and here's his teammate.
Yeah, you can see that there. Yeah, in the top corner.
Yeah. So and Thomas just stays behind. He gets the draft of the fastest people, so he helps to chase down if and when he hits the front. But he's getting the draft. So as people come by, you only really need one bike length, one bike's worth of draft. He sees that someone else is closing this gap, I think. Oh yeah, they're all just piling through, and as they pile through, he gets on their wheels as they flow through. So he's not the one doing the the big ones on the front. To catch Sherwin, but he's always catching the people who are. So he's even taking a little rest there. So he's actually taking more rest on this final descent than he did on the first one, where it was a lot easier pace. So they're really hammering it here. But yeah, he's getting ready for his final kick, and he takes a really nice. And as I say, perfection near the end matters, 10 times more than being scraggy at the start. So he takes a little rest here. He's used up his feather. I don't know if he should have used his feather there or whether he should have left from the end. I don't know what the best thing to do. And then with about 700 meters to go, he hasn't got the top end power of a lot of these A+ sprinters. So he gives it a go from here, I think. And he does it on one of the flatter sections. Yeah, so maybe approaching this flatter section.
Yep.
Yeah, he goes from here. And Lauritz is ahead of him, so he's getting the draft of there. They catch Sherwin. Sherwin's, I think Sherwin came like 14th or so. He just gets, after an awesome race. And then...
is he going to get him?
That's his teammate, so and he just comes over third. But that's pretty awesome, isn't it?
How close is that?
Yeah, and his teammate would as well. So
Lauritz,
who's in our server. So yeah, that was awesome. I wish we could give it over 100 rather than
be more granular. You got to give it a 9, haven't you?
We haven't. We go to A to F. A to F is the grading system.
I'd give that an A.
Man, I'd like to give it an A.
You're not going to give it an A? Why aren't you going to give it an A for?
I just think it could improve his the moving, the efficiency on the climbs. He's a bit too near the front, and I think he could save more. But it was pretty good. It
was pretty good.
I'm feeling mean. I'm so mean. I'm saving my A's up.
Give him an A.
I just want to see perfection. I want to see perfection.
That was pretty close. It's a stacked field. Came fourth.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
raced it
I couldn't do that. I will never
raced it almost perfectly
ever.
I mean, you can always hold on to an A plus. If you want to give it that and a win, give that an A plus. I'll give that an A.
Can I give it A minus then?
Okay, give it an A minus.
I want to hold back my A's for a piece of perfection.
But you do know that Thomas is not going to be your friend anymore.
Two A's. First ride with 2 A's. There we go.
Thomas is not going to be your friend anymore. Titanium Benz just came in. Oh, sorry, Thomas, you came third. Sorry, I've just been lashed. Okay. Now there's one other vid before we have a look at your heat challenge really quickly. There's one other vid you got there.
I can't remember what it was.
What was it? It's called Civ 3.8. Was that the?
It's just size.
Okay.
Size ride on 3.8.
Gotcha.
Let's just show the start
Quickly.
One for the mums. we need to broaden our audience. We need to have a greater percentage of female watchers. Look at that! What a fine specimen of mud.
One for the mums, hey?
Yeah. Look at him.
Look at those guns. The guns are out.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose we could show a bit. This shows more of the dynamics than Josh's video because you see more of this like sitting up, standing up, sitting down. It's maybe a bit weird at the start because people are firing off big power.
Yeah,
but I do like how the avatar movement sort of mimics power a bit more.
Yeah, a bit more natural.
Yeah, just a bit more interesting, and I suppose gives you a bit more information as well, like when someone's kicking and so on. But I do not like that hold the wheel thing. Like, what are they doing? Putting it right in the middle of the screen so you can't see. Just move it up like 2 inches.
As opposed to Zwift that doesn't put any kind of information like that in the middle of the screen. Like, you got the...
Are you being sarcastic? Because
I'm being sarcastic.
I ignore that. I don't actually see the
Do you not see the 4 meter behind the graphic that sort of separates as you're in a race? Catch back up, and what does it say? It says something like that.
Oh yeah, I actually that no longer registers in my field of vision at all.
Yeah,
because it's so wrong that I just I honestly do not see it.
Mentally blocked it out.
Yeah, but that one is right in the middle of the screen. Like, you can't see the raters. So that's a bit silly. But yeah, I mean, look at the way the riders are moving now compared to how when you did it. That's natural. Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they've released some new beautiful worlds, apparently. And there's some sort of paid-for model now as well, where you have to, to get super worlds or something and get super bikes or something, you have to pay or something. But it's still largely free. But... Look at all these graphics is lovely. Isn't it? Do you know who was it? Was it Rob who showed us? Was it in? What was that? What was the world? What was the game that we were talking about? That was on DC Rainmaker in the Discord. Someone sent us a video from it. It looked really like
Virtua Pro.
Virtua Pro, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't actually like those graphics. They were a bit too real, but not real enough. I think... Have you heard of the Uncanny Valley?
Hold up. A bit too real, but not real enough.
Yeah. So have you heard of the Uncanny Valley?
No. Tell me about that.
So there's this thing in computer graphics where, especially about humans, but if you make something that doesn't really look like humans, but you could... you're sort of recognizable, then people think that's fine, and they rate it quite highly. Like, yeah, I'm quite happy to watch that.
Yeah.
But as you make it like nearer and nearer to humans, but
it becomes
not quite.
More off.
People really don't like it, and then you've got to it's perfect now. Like with CGI now, it's virtually perfect, and people are happy with it. but down in this valley, it's like, oh, that it feels like reality, but it's not reality.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. I just like, it's not. It's in that valley of, oh, it feels, it feels a bit icky to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But you like it, yeah?
I was impressed by it, but I've not spent enough time looking at it. I just literally last night was the first time I sort of had a look at it.
I really like the way the avatars move in this game. Like,
yeah, it does feel more natural, doesn't it? Like,
that looks really good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry we couldn't rate this race.
We'll
we
do
could
it.
talk all night about races.
Yeah, we'll do it next. We'll do it next week. Yeah, but there we go. It's like Damon says, it's like Rovi. Yeah, it is a little bit like Rovi. Yep. Looks like Gran Turismo from 10 years ago.
We might got the budget. I would imagine.
We might have to do a video, and I might have to do a video and try and go back and compare some of these platforms now that they've upgraded and improved. Yeah. We did that Hutto did that a while ago.
It's a shame that I can't do MyWhoosh. I was quite looking forward to trying another thing. I'm like,
that's the thing. I'm a bit upset about the fact that the Zwift hub thing, just one cog, you can't use it on anything else. Yeah, I know why they do it. I get it. It's an ecosystem thing, but you just can't go and try other platforms. You're sort of locked into riding on Zwift, or if another platform uses virtual gearing, sure, but they don't, and Zwift isn't going to allow that.
Well, IndyVelo does use virtual shifting, doesn't it? But you have to use it through his keyboard. And I think, was there something weird like he can do it, but it breaks some sort of protocol or law even if he tries to. So he knows how to do it, but he doesn't want to because he's not allowed to or something.
It's going to end the earth.
Yeah, well, they'd sue him. And he can't afford to be sued, can he?
Fair enough. Yeah, no, good point. Good point. All right, let's... you got anything else?
I mean, your camera's looking magnificent, as are you, sir. You really do.
Thank you.
You really do look great.
I'm trying to...
I feel a bit embarrassed that my look hasn't changed in the year and a bit that we've been doing this, whereas you've moved forward.
Well...
You've advanced.
I had this little OBS bot camera, which was I wanted that to be really good. I wanted that to be like it's one of those AI cameras which will follow you around and track your face and all those sorts of things. I wanted that to be really good, but it just isn't very good. And so I ended up getting a Sony camera. This is actually I think a couple of models before the one that our good friend Eric Barnett has. That's why Eric's videos are so look so nice. And then yesterday. And I got to say this quietly so Sharon doesn't hear me. I got a new lens, so for this one, so it's a bit more light going on. So it looks a bit nicer, and lighting is key. Like, just off a side note here, if anyone does any kind of streaming or video work or YouTube stuff, lighting in your camera, but lighting is where it all stops. Yep, f-stop. This is 1.4, because the one I had, the kit lens, was like 3.5, and it was just too dark. And I looked like this creeper just sitting in the shadows. But there we go. Anyway, filter. No, there's no filter, Holly. Thank you very much. All right. Hey, I want to check out I'm trying to end this. Right, there we go. Now, where's your heat ones? Hang on, we're going to get into the quiz. I'm going to do a quiz intro. There we go. All right. I want to see this right because I didn't get a chance to see it when you did it. You've stuck... Is it just 2 copies of the same video you put up? Or they 2 different ones?
I may have done. I just meant to put one called No Fan Ride or something like that.
Yeah, I got the one. All right.
Now, I should say that I did this in the English summer, and
it's not a proper summer though, is it?
Yeah, it's about 23, 25 degrees, 7 o'clock at night. Apparently there is a bit of a trend of doing heat rides, and Ben pointed this out in comments, and I think I largely agree with him that it's not a clever thing to do. I mean, it could be, if you get your core temperature up and you've not been checked out and there's something wrong, then getting really hot is not is not a good idea generally. But
your head pops off.
I don't think it got that hot, and it was horrible, but it wasn't dangerous. I don't think, and I wouldn't like to contribute to a trend in it or anything like that. I don't think it did me any good. I think
you're telling people not to do these things at home. Is that what you're saying?
I suppose so. I mean, I'm not like a stuntman,
but if you we'll preface this. If you are going to do something like this, go and get some professional advice first before you do any of this kind of thing. Yeah, is that what we're saying? We don't want our fans dying on us.
No,
losing eyeballs and All right, is that enough talking?
Yeah, and I did put on a jacket. So to make up for the fact that it was an English summer rather than Australian summer or something, I did put on a jacket and I put on several sweatbands. So to make it a bit more challenging.
Hey, wait, how many sweatbands do you have on there? I can't.
I think it was 3. No, it was 2. 2. That's right.
Oh, that's great.
But I'm not sure if they helped because I was very sweaty, obviously.
Is there audio?
That jacket was utterly drenched. Yeah, there is,
Can I pump the audio up?
Waited till I'm
is that too
doing
loud for
one
you?
in
Is that
the
okay?
evening. So, to get in the spirit of things, but I'm now already regretting that. I'm wearing an extra jacket as well. It's 14 laps of downtown Dolphin. I haven't done any warm-up, obviously.
I haven't put it
That's
all
the
in.
last thing I need.
Yeah.
Is warming up, cooling down. So we'll see how this goes. Double headband. I'm not sure if that'll help or hinder, but that was Lavarak's suggestion.
Yeah, that's right. Ed suggested that.
Very sweaty. Oh man!
We'll have to send him a link to this.
Oh, keep going to switch my phone on. Oh man! Oh, keep going to switch my phone.
It was as if I'd forgotten to put on my phone. I kept reaching up. Yeah, that right arm is completely drenched already.
The
whole jacket was drenched.
I
did do a little breakaway at one point as well.
I feel sick.
Someone got away.
Yeah.
It was so hard to breathe for some reason. I don't know why. Why is it hard to breathe when it's on? But yeah, I made a go for it on the final climb. Let's get away from the pack at least. I didn't catch the leaders, but
Get some fresh air.
honestly, I was dying to get to the finish just so I could turn the fan on.
Oh wow! I feel hot just
As soon
watching
as
this.
I crossed the line, Paul.
A semi kaboom.
Horrible, man.
The fans on. Oof. So, do you know if you lost any weight just in that race?
Oh, I didn't weigh myself instantly beforehand, but I was about 1 kilogram lighter than when I'd weighed myself a few hours before. So,
right, okay.
But I did drink quite a lot as well, so it's all a bit confusing, isn't it? But
Ben says we should do a no seat post race. I don't think so, Ben. That's not going to work. That's not going to work for anyone.
Seat post.
Yeah, that's not going to work for anyone. Yeah. Although I think we did say one way back about doing a challenge where you got to stand up for the entire race.
What?
Yeah. So that's.
Does Josh actually do that? I haven't watched.
He stands up for huge amounts of time. Remember, we had him on the show way back, and he was saying that he would stand up for 15 minutes at a go, and just sort of just churn, just grind. But yeah, no seat post would be more fun. Yeah, no seat would be more fun. Michael, I don't know. No, we're not going to do that. We're not doing no seat races.
I'm pretty sure that my seat would have been welded into my seat post will be welded into my.
It's just fused, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, just mainly through sweat. I would imagine.
Just fused
from
in.
my backside.
Right.
Sweat has welded it.
Let's get into this. No seat. Well, we've got to come up with some better ideas, guys. We need the brains trust to get together. We need some good challenge ideas. Rob, you are due for a win. I can feel this is going to be a win for you today. I just know it. You need a win. It's been too hard for you. You've been challenge after challenge. And might I say you've done it with grace and dignity, by the way. You're muted.
That was not dignified. The no fan thing. It's impossible to be dignified with that much sweat. Oh,
all right,
quiz,
let's get into
quiz,
this.
quiz.
Let's get into this. While people are joining, I will
You're so
quickly.
good at doing quizzes.
Oh man, I will quickly go through the explanations here. Using your device or a laptop or an iPad, whatever you want to do, go to www.kahoot.it and you'll enter the game pin that you can see on the screen, or you can scan the QR code. All you need to do is enter a name and pick a funny avatar pick. You don't need to log in. You don't need to create an account. It's all very easy. Oh, Jess Cat's there. She's been quietly watching. And so there's 10 questions. They are multiple choice. I think I've got a true or false double points answer for the last question 10.
Ooh.
You get points for answering correctly, obviously, but you also get points for answering quickly. So the quicker you can answer a question, the more points you get.
Could
now
you remove the run sheet for me? The run sheet for me.
And now we also do a thing where if Rob wins, I have to do a challenge. And if anyone else but Rob wins, Rob has to do the challenge.
I still haven't forgot that you always won, Nathan.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
You still always won. I've done every single one of mine.
What was okay?
How horrible?
What was I meant to have done? Tell me, and I'll do it.
It was meant to be heavy bike. Either.
Oh, that's right, heavy bike. I'll do the heavy bike one.
Okay.
It's going to be horrible. Can I pick the race I do it in, or have I got? It's got to be a Z race.
Yeah. No, you can pick.
Cool. I'll do a heavy bike. All right. Who have you got there? Holly's in. Oh.
Though if you chose it for the Z race, you can blame the heavy bike when you don't make it up with everyone.
Oh, I don't need to blame the heavy bike. The Rulu Bates, Spliff, Dave, Chris, Jess.
Oh, the real
GW.
Oh, right. I feel part of the ZMS in crowd now.
Hang on, someone's logged in as Wooshy Woosh.
Oh, yeah.
You can't.
Oh, we've got not Mrs. Fran.
Sorry,
so my wife is called Fran, obviously.
Right.
Not obviously. I've just given away my wife's anonymity. But there's someone who joins my streams who's called Mr. Fran, and I keep getting mixed up with my wife, who very, very occasionally joins my streams. I think that's a play on that. That's
right.
I can't quite.
We can't give these guys an inch, can we? We can't give these guys an inch. We give them a quality show,
though, isn't it?
We give you a quality show, and this is the kind of thing we get in return.
Oh, I think Zwifter. Oh, there's loads. Gerben's here.
Yep, Gerben, message us after the show, man. We want to
speak to us.
Yeah, we're going to get him on the show. He said yes. Didn't check out. All right.
What about the Spincast guys? They don't want to talk.
Oh no, I just haven't messaged them.
No one wants to talk to us.
No, I haven't messaged it. They were keen. We're going to do a hopefully, if they're still up for it, we're going to do a cross collaboration between the Spincast podcast guys and us. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to let them.
Not in. Is Ben? Oh, Marky Mark's here. Oh God, loads of people have beaten me here. Is Ben not in? Miguel's here from Steak and.
All right.
Is it? It's not Steak and Chips, is it?
If you're not Steak and Chips. If you're not signed in, bad luck. We're going to crack on with this.
Yeah.
Oh, Holly, are you in or not?
Man.
Hang on. Is Holly in? Holly, you in? Because you complained last week that you missed half of it. Yeah, she's in. All right, we're doing this. Okay. I'm going to try and call out the questions and the answers, and you listen to this later on, so at least you got some way of playing it back and going for it.
The faster you are, the more points you get.
All right, Zwift added a new feature recently this week. What is it? Remove user, message user, report user, or block user? should have made this one much faster. And if you've been listening, I think we've listed a few answers in the throughout the show. Yes, although someone did choose,
but they haven't
user.
really introduced it.
Yeah, I know you're complaining about
not
it.
everyone joins at the start. Not everyone can listen to an hour and 15 minutes
Rob,
about Zwift.
I'm so sick of you bashing Zwift all the time. It's just getting old.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, Jess is on the front there.
Oh, me and Jess leading the way.
Oh, how fast was that? You both answered it at the same time. So 965 points
At opposite
each.
sides of the world.
Yep. This is as live and as real time as we can get it. All right, next question. What is the first climbing portal scheduled for September? Oh, the Honda Pure de Dom, Cheddar Gorge, or Col de Galibier? Oh, I spelled that wrong. It should be with a... Oh, no. Galibier? Galibier? No, with a G. It is Cheddar Gorge.
I think you spelled cheddar wrong as well, but never mind.
Yeah, God. It was late last time I was doing
come
it.
on.
All right. Swifties
Oh,
moved to
you're
the
in front,
front.
Nathan. I'm feeling good.
Oh.
I'm feeling good this week.
You must look out there. The Ed 209 is right behind you. We know what happens.
Who's Ed 209?
That's from
Oh,
RoboCop.
it's not Ed, is it?
Oh, it could be Ed.
Sorry?
Oh, Ed 209 is the robot from RoboCop. You know, the big one at the end
really?
with the two big
Really?
guns? Is
Oh, so it'll be a MyWhoosh person, is it?
maybe the gunning for you. All right, next question. A new women's racing series starts on the 7th of September. What is it called? Iceni, ATP Racing, Evo, or the Zwift Racing League? Oh, everyone's been listening. I love it. I love it. Holly's moving up.
Oh,
Moving into, striking distance. And you are right, Damon. We are going to have that live on ZMS. All right, the real Lou Bates has moved up to 5th. Question number 4. Which famous climb features in stage 8 of the Tour de France Avec Femmes? Is it that one, or that one? I'm not going to read those out. Yeah, we had that last week, actually. I remembered after I did it that we had this last week.
Never mind.
Yep. So everyone should have gotten that right. Oh, Jess has moved back up again. She's back into 5th. Tour de France avec... Is it Femmes or Femmes? I thought it was Femmes. Is it Femmes? Rob, can you correct me?
Femmes. Yeah.
Question number 5. Which iconic Watopia climb does this profile belong to? Volcano Com, Titans Grove Com, Epic Com, or the Hilly Com? Which iconic climb does that profile belong to? Avec Swift.
That can't be right. It's not 10 kilometers long. Surely.
Yeah. Hang on. What does it say? Did it say that? Then it is. Ooh, Holly's moved up.
I was a bit slow there. Well done, Holly.
Yeah, yep. Holly's moved up. Ed 209 is right on your butt. Okay, question number 6. Which of these New York routes is the shortest? Park Perimeter Loop, the High Line, Rising Empire, or Gotham Grind? Which is the shortest? Hey, Darren, how are you, buddy? Oh, everyone's really quick there. No, you didn't get it?
No.
Oh,
It was a toss-up, wasn't it?
I would love to know that's Ed Laverack, actually. That'd be quite funny.
I tried to... I was going to look them all up as well this week because you keep asking that type of question, don't you?
Yep.
I really, really want to win the quiz. I really, really want to win the quiz. Please let me win the quiz for 1 week. I don't like doing these things. I really just make me unhappy. Please let me win, people. Just get the wrong answer.
We've got 4 questions
Honestly,
to go.
it makes me really unhappy.
Right, man. No, you love it. I know
so
you love
meant
it.
to look them
I know
up.
you love it.
I don't. I hate it.
What percentage of Zwifters are between levels 1 and 10? So this was Zwift released some stats, and in those stats the other week they had stats on how many Zwifters are between levels 1 and 10, and it's 10%. Did you get that one?
Yes.
Oh, good. Whew. Or Ed 2.
Oh, Ed got it as well. What is this? Some sort of machine? How did he get that?
He's a robot.
And you gave him a clue. You put the
sent from the
11%
future.
in there as well. Just when I didn't want... You normally do really close ones, and then you did two far away ones and one really close one that obviously wasn't right. Give me a chance, man. Come on.
I'm trying. I really am trying.
You're not trying hard enough. No, you do great quizzes, but I really want to win.
Next question.
I
Question
don't
number
like
8.
doing these horrible things.
Which iconic Rotopia finish is this?
Oh no, I think I guessed too early. Oh no, no.
You went too soon?
I don't know, I think so. Oh, I got it!
Epic Come Reverse. So for those that are listening to this, that's like a slow release picture. You kind of gotta just guess it. As soon as you think you know what it is, Holly didn't get it.
Oh! Come on!
He's moved up. He's moved up with 2 questions to go. Oh, I can feel the tension. Can you
I really want to win the quiz this week.
All right. Question number 9.
As well. Oh man.
What is the name of this popular route added recently to Watopia?
Don't know.
So May and San Remo, Glyph Heights, The Grade, or the Sugar Cookie?
No!
You didn't get it? No! How do you not get that one?
I don't know them. Oh, I'm still in the lead.
How did you manage that?
Oh, they're so close.
Oh, maybe no one else got it too.
Oh,
Holly's moved up.
it's so
Literally
close.
only
It's so
like
close.
20
I
points.
don't do these climbing ones. It hasn't
No.
been in Zed Racing.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yep. Glyph Heights. That was, yep.
Please, everyone, please haven't answered it wrong. Answer it slowly at least. Please, please. I really don't like doing these things.
All right. Last question's coming up. Before I press next, though, it is a true-false question. It is double points. So here we go.
Someone's going to go fast, aren't they? So I've got to go fast.
The route O'Hill knows starts at the top of the grade. Boom, everyone! Uh-oh. Everyone got that one right, didn't they? You know what that means. Ed 209. Congrats on the 3rd. Holly 2nd. Oh, that was so close. And who is first? Zwifty!
Boom! Come on, baby! Yeah, man.
Oh God, I can feel it. Just there's that tension released now. You've been smacked around for the last few weeks, haven't you? You have been absolutely smacked around.
That
is
how we do it.
Holly 2nd, well done. Okay, so besides me doing a heavy bike challenge this today, I think I'm going to do it after this. Damon was 5th. Oh, well, hang on. Was it a point? Can someone go back and check what the...
Was it that close?
Was it 1 point the difference? I didn't see it.
Oh, my word. Serious?
I'll have to go back and have a look at the... Can I get... I don't know if I can get the reports.
Oh, what? A point between Holly and I?
Oh.
So she didn't mess about. She must have...
Wow, she was going hard.
Yeah.
Hard the
listen
paint.
To my favour, did she? She didn't, my plea for mercy.
You were almost on your knees, weren't you?
Yeah, I really wanted to win this week.
I'll see if I can dig out some points.
I did do
there.
2 this week.
You did. You have been smacked around a little bit. Okay, so we need to figure out a challenge for me this week. What's the challenge we got?
I think no hood.
No HUD racing?
No hood, no sauce.
No HUD, no sauce. Yeah, I can do that. No HUD, no sauce?
Yeah.
Because you get to choose this, don't you? Because you won.
That's right. Unless anyone's got something really good.
Well, besides the no seat post thing, or the no seat thing, I'm not going to do that. But if someone else has an idea, we are friends after the finish, says Holly.
Yeah. I criticise her for trying to beat, wanting to beat me in racing. Oh, gravel racing. Oh.
Gravel? Can we do gravel?
No.
Oh.
Okay, no hood, and you have to read a list of all the French climbs.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Does that sound fair enough?
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Hang on 1 second. I can't. I don't know if I can do this now. I can't. Yeah, there was 1 point difference between you and Holly.
Oh,
sorry. 100 points. So you were on 8,303, and Holly was on 8,202.
Oh, that's enormous in a game
So
like this. Yeah.
Well, that would have been a couple of seconds difference. That was quick. Yeah.
I was hovering over false. I was just like, I'm going for one.
Whatever it's going to be, I'm going to hit this one. Commit.
Yeah.
Commit.
Yeah.
This is the trick with those ones. Like, it's so obvious. The answer's so obvious, but you get this little brain disconnection.
Yeah.
And you go,
What was the
false,
question
true,
again? What
false.
was
The O Hill No route starts at the top of the grade. It starts at the bottom, it goes up to the top, and then down the bottom.
Oh, does it?
I
still haven't done that one. But, yeah.
So, there we go.
Good quiz, Nathan. Again, I'm sorry.
much.
I know I was critical. when I was getting a bit stressed about.
You're always
having to do
critical.
yet
It's
another
okay.
challenge.
I understand. That's okay.
But you always do a good quiz. Well done.
Yep. Thank you. All right. That's it. That's all we've got. I'm done. We've gone through our list. Don't forget to check out the Discord channel in the link below. I'm going to put some other things in there, I guess. I'm not too sure. I'm going to do 2 challenges this week. I'm going to do the heavy biking. Heavy bike, and I've got to do no HUD, no sauce racing. Do you?
No hood, no sauce.
Can I
French
choose
pronunciations?
French pronunciations. Do I choose the race, or are you choosing the race for me?
Yeah, you can choose the race, man.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll do that. And that's it. What are you going to say?
Okay. I was going to say,
Yep.
it's maybe a bit harsh to do 2 challenges in 1 week.
No, I've got to make up like 120 Ks this weekend, so it's actually good.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So, definitely going to be doing that. And a few other things as well.
Oh,
so,
I really
we'll see how
enjoyed
we
this.
go.
I do like the ones that we do just all on our own. It's lovely.
Just the two of us. But hopefully next week, wrapping this up, Sai and Matt are going to be joining us. So that is going to be a fantastic episode if they can make it. Hopefully they can.
Have we had a foursome before?
We have had a foursome, yes.
When was that?
A while ago.
Was it Eric and someone?
I think we've had more than 4. It's been messy.
Oh yeah, the anniversary, happy birthday.
We did that too, and then we've had more than 4. We definitely had 4.
Oh, because we used to have Andrew plus guest, didn't we?
Yeah, we've done that. Yeah,
but with 2 guests is a bit. Oh, just yeah.
We'll have to figure it out.
I think it'll be good. Sai's always good, isn't he?
Yeah,
Sai's always
Sai's
good.
great.
Matt sounds like a solid bug.
Yeah. That's going to be great fun. So and I think someone mentioned earlier on it shouldn't be Zwift versus MyWhoosh, and I agree with that. We're all on the same page, roughly speaking. But it's always good to have a little bit of competition.
Yeah, I mean, the potential. I mean, I think as Sai said a while ago, we're at the start of this sport. Indoor cycling.
Yeah.
It could be in 10 years' time. It could be 10 times bigger, and there's more than enough room for more than one. For 3 or 4 apps.
Yeah,
and they can all bring their own thing and
Correct.
do their own thing and have their own USPs
and
whatever.
And sponsor us. That would be great too if anyone is interested.
Yeah, though I will
Anyone's
be
got-
60 at that stage.
Everyone's got a business they want to kick some cash around to us. That'd be great. All right, man. That's it. Let's finish that up, man. That's been awesome. Thank you very much, Rob. Thanks for
Yeah.
everyone watching. There's just too many people to go through and name individually. I won't do it, but it's been fantastic. There's been
I
a lot
forgot
of
to look
chat.
at the chat again. I'm sorry.
The chat
I'm sorry.
has
I forgot to
been
look at the
on
chat.
fire.
I'm sorry. Oh, Darren. I think Darren's had a nightmare this week. He's like, last few weeks, his bike's been broken like 4 different ways.
Oh,
Yeah,
why?
wow.
Oh, that's no good.
Man. I know.
Oh well, like your like your bike and your foot. Anyway, let's wrap it up. Rob, thank you very much. And you want to send us out?
Yes, whichever app you choose to enjoy, or indeed, if you're enjoying the great outdoors, then have fun, get out of the saddle, in the drops.
Bye.